may view his life. Take this into consideration. How much of my life shall I use for God? Or how much of my life shall I use for myself? Think about that for a minute. There are only two ways in which a Christian may view his life. You hear that too earlier? Pastor, did you hear that too earlier? There are only two ways in which a Christian may view his life. How much of my life shall I use for God? Or how much of my life shall I use for myself? So the next time you go to put your 2 cents in, examine yourself first. Examine the motivation for your giving. I'm about ready to raise it up. Examine the way you approach God's altar. Because we come down here with something to the altar. Examine your mindset, your motive, and your mission. Examine what you are willing to give to the Lord for all his benefits towards you. What value do you place on the Christ sacrifice on Calvary for your sins? What value do you place on God's promise never to leave you nor forsake you? I like that. For the widow, it was 2 cents, all she had. Will you give your all for Christ? Well, let me end it like this. This is why, this is how I look at it. Let's make it personal. I look at it, I want to give it all. And this is why I want to give it all to my Jesus. I know he walked on the water. We all know that he walked on the water. And we all know that he raised Lazarus from the dead. He raised the dead. I know he took the little sardines and the little crackers and he fed the 5,000. We know all that. I mean, that's enough reason right there to give him all, and not just to put my 2 cents in. But let me make it personal. And it may be personal for some of y'all, but this is what I like about it. I give it all because I like my Jesus, little rebel. That's what I like about my Jesus. He had staying power. Now let me tell you what I mean by staying power. I like it for one thing because he got staying power because when he was on the cross, somebody hollered out of the crowd. He said, "Look at here, brother, if you the Son of God, why don't you come down and save yourself? You save other people. You're so great. Come down and save yourself." You know what? He had staying power because he stayed on the cross. And when he stayed on the cross, they gave you and me a second chance. He had